What up? What up? What up? Strictly Podcast, man. If you've been rocking with us since for a few episodes at least, welcome back. Hopefully it's some of y'all out there that have been rocking with us throughout the years. If you're new to this, welcome for the first time. They call me Randy Little. On this episode, I got Nick with me. I got Rocket with me. I want y'all, I don't care what platform, Instagram, Letterboxd, Twitter, I want y'all to blow Eric up. Ask him where he was this morning. Ask him why he bailed on the squad. Typically, this would be the off week, but Mother's Day was last weekend, so we going back to back. We'll come back at y'all next week again. But on this episode, we react to a couple trailers. Peacemaker, Ironheart, Superman. Predominantly, we're talking Thunderbolts spoilers. This is your first of like 2 or 3 warnings. If you have not seen Thunderbolts, do not watch this episode. After you've seen the movie, come back and kick it with us. Please. On that note, should I hit y'all with the recent and upcoming theatrical releases over the last 2 weeks? The 9th of May, last weekend, we got Clown in the Cornfield, we got Shadow Force. Both of those reviews are on my channel, the Randy Little YouTube channel. This current weekend, I watched Final Destination Bloodlines, kicked the review, Letterboxd, YouTube, the review is out. Memorial Day weekend upcoming, we got Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning, which is being marketed as the last Tom Cruise Mission Impossible and the last overall Mission Impossible in general. But if it makes fat cash, like, they're gonna find a way to do a 9th movie with or without Tom Cruise. And then we got the Lilo and Stitch live action reimagining. I'm excited for both of these movies. Very excited for both of these movies. Friendship with Paul Rudd from A24 also comes out, but that'll end up being like a August blind buy. I know my theater's not getting that one. And then the weekend of May the 30th, we got Karate Kid Legends, which I am excited for, but I feel like the majority isn't. Because first of all, it's the first Karate Kid movie in 15 years. But like, I hope people are excited for this movie just based off of how good Cobra Kai is. So yeah, that's the next 2 weekends in the theater. On physical media, let's take it back to the 6th of May. I think the 6th of May was a relatively light Tuesday. Lilo and Stitch got a 4K. But yeah, I see a Gladiator combo pack. It's all combo packs, re-releases, a 10-movie Star Trek collection. This past Tuesday, May the 13th, we got Captain America Brave New World, we got Mickey 17, Black Bag, we got Dune Prophecy, Better Man, there's a kick-ass 4K Steelbook, Landman from Taylor Sheridan, The Wind Will Carry Us on Criterion. I've never heard of that. Don't unsubscribe. Bridget Jones, Mad About the Boy, debuted on Peacock, got a physical. I'm not complaining. This upcoming Tuesday is what, the 20th? Jason X 4K, Jason Goes to Hell 4K. Is that a Arrow release? Presence, directed by Steven Soderbergh. Batman Ninja 4K. Law Abiding Citizen 4K Steelbook, underrated. And then what, the 27th of May, The Day the Earth Blew Up, the Looney Tunes movie, Bottoms from Kino Lorber, Lean on Me from Warner Archive, Yellowstone Season 5, Part 2 as they call it. But is it really Part 2 when you're taking 2 years in between though? Queer from A24. Alto Nights, didn't see it, don't really care to. The Woman in the Yard. That looks to be about it for May the 27th. So yeah, that's it. Physical, theatrical. I'll be back with y'all with some friends. It's Rec League. Back at it. We're down one. Inconspicuously absent. Rocket. Nicholas. How's it going?
I'd say good.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say good to like very good.
Nice.
I'd say well.
So I guess we got some trailers to talk about. We all saw the Peacemaker trailer.
Yeah.
Sean.
Which trailer?
You sit at a desk and you pass out tests. You can watch trailers.
I'll say, which trailer are we talking about?
Peacemaker.
Peacemaker.
I'm excited for it. My whole thing is this: is how is this going to connect with this new version?
It is good.
That's what I've bitched about since James Gunn took over. He's picking and choosing and what connects to past DC properties. But seeing the trailer, it looks really cool how there is mention or reference or some connection to Peacemaker Season 1, obviously, to the Suicide Squad, obviously, to Suicide Squad, and Superman.
Yeah.
It's like weird, but it's cool.
Yeah. So, and that's the thing. And that's the thing about the trailer is like, okay, so we saw like this is pre-Gunn taking over DC. Got it. You know, you brought in, you had, Ezra Miller, Jason Momoa, to make their little cameos at the end. That's that. Okay, I get
That's not canon though.
I know, but I'm just saying like that. But then comes in, says we're going to start clean slate, this and that. It's either you start a clean slate.
Oh, and Creature Commandos.
Or you don't. And the whole thing is you're referencing stuff from Season 1, but now you're like Randy, like you just said, what is canon, what is not? Because now you're picking and choosing to make it fit. Which, like I said, I trust James Gunn. I have all the faith in the world, James Gunn. He's going to make it work one way or another. You could even leave what happened at the end with those cameos as canon, because we're never going to see those characters again.
Yeah.
So you could actually just, okay, that happened, just don't reference it no more. At the end of the day, though, it's going to be interesting. Like, I'm excited for it, yeah. I want to see where it leads, where it goes to, because, like Gunn said, with Creature Commandos, the actors, the voice actors who voice those characters are going to be the live action versions of those. So, I mean, this is going to be interesting how this is all going to work.
Frank Grillo.
Now, here's the thing. Everybody's hyped for Superman and all that. Is Superman going to make a ton of money? My opinion, no. It doesn't need to. It just needs to be a good movie, a good fight. If it makes 450 million, is it blockbuster? No, but it's a good start because that's step one in this new DC universe. Now, if it makes more than that, if it makes 800 million, that's fantastic. Right now, it just needs to set a foundation.
It's either going to go gangbusters because it's Superman, or it's going to do what those 2023 DC movies did because James Gunn really didn't provide any clarity. Everybody thinks nothing matters anymore. 'Cause less than a year ago, Joker didn't make a lot.
Mm-hmm. And the funny thing about it, too, is at the end of the day, Man of Steel made 600 and something million. I think that's what it made. 600 plus million. To this day, it's my favorite
Yes.
DC movie. Like with the Snyderverse, this verse. Anyway, I think it's underrated. It's highly underrated.
It's not.
It's one of my favorites.
Of all
No,
time?
like of this version.
Yeah,
of this version
Man of
what's
Steel is
going
my
on
favorite
now.
Superman movie ever.
Which one?
Man of Steel.
Man of Steel?
Yeah.
Like I grew up with Christopher Reeve. I love Christopher
did,
Reeve. He
made
did it. But like
670.
Henry Cavill, seeing him being Superman, he embodied Superman. My whole thing is let's say this movie. See, the thing is if this movie makes the same amount, that's a victory for them. But if it also makes less, and it's I say between the $400 to $500 million range, it's not bad. It's a good start. If it makes less than $400 million, it's dead. And Supergirl is dead. It's dead man walking because nobody's gonna watch that shit. You know, you're gonna have people that are gonna boycott this movie. Henry Cavill's my Superman. I'm not gonna watch it. You know what? A movie's a movie. I'm gonna watch it because I'm a fan of the character. B is James Gunn. James Gunn does not miss.
No misses.
No misses.
0.
He is
At the
married,
end of
but
the
no
day,
misses.
Gotta go in this with an open mind and give everything a shot and see what happens. And if you like it, great. If not, hey, it's okay. But you gotta give it a shot. But like I said, if it makes less than $400 million, if it does like Black Adam status, the money, I mean,
Yeah.
that's not good.
It's like it all hinders on the normies because like if like 10 million people go see this movie, Snyderverse trolls are maybe 200 of those, not even 1,000. It's all on the normies. 'Cause logical thinking, movie going nerds like us, like we're gonna see Snyder, we're gonna see Gunn, we're gonna see somebody who directs a DC movie that has nothing to do with any of that. The trolls who like can't accept that Zack Snyder is doing his own thing with Netflix now, they're a small percentage.
Mm-hmm.
But the whole what it feels like Peacemaker in the trailer is trying to do the Deadpool and Wolverine thing and become a part of the Justice League. And they don't want him. But I thought that was a Justice League logo that like Hawk Girl and Green Lantern are wearing. But it might be what's his name? James Gunn's brother's playing the guy.
Sean Gunn?
Yeah.
He's playing who Pedro Pascal played in Wonder Woman.
Lord? What's his name?
Maxwell Lord. He's playing him, and that's supposedly supposed to be his logo. Because I saw some
on their uniforms.
Yeah.
And all that. Yeah.
Because I saw some exchange between a fan and James Gunn who accused James Gunn of making his initials that logo. And he was like, no, somebody completely different was making these fictional company logos, da 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 da. So maybe that's a Lord Tech logo, which
could be.
I'm curious about that. But maybe it is a Justice League logo. Like, who knows?
It looked like JG, and people were like, yeah, because he's going to call it the Justice Gang. I was like, fuck off. Wait. I was like, wait, is he really doing that? And they're like, it's a rumor. And I was like, is it a rumor or is it just something you're saying right now?
I mean, yeah, maybe the Justice Gang might be too threatening, and hey, cause Batman was in Creature Commandos, and they've referenced Wonder Woman and obviously Green Lantern, Superman. The only James Gunn version of a Justice Leaguer we don't have is the Flash, Martian Manhunter. They could be building up. I don't know. We gotta wait and see.
My only thing is, what's his name is playing Rick Flag Sr.
Frank Grillo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, he's in the Peacemaker trailer. And he says, does he know that I killed his son? Yeah.
This was also in Creature Commandos.
It's did that in the Suicide Squad with Margot Robbie. So I'm like, okay, Margot Robbie, as far as I'm concerned, is a part of this. And it's like, okay, fine. And then Frank Grillo was in the Superman trailer. I guess we may as well segue into also talking about the Superman trailer.
New Superman trailer came out.
But it's like Frank Grillo was in that as well. So it's like, okay, we're it's like hammered. It's like, this is established. I don't understand why he doesn't look the same as he did in Creature Commandos, though. They made him in Creature Commandos. He's got like white hair. It's like, okay, they can make him look a little older, so he looks like he could be what's his name's dad. And then in the Peacemaker, he just looks like Frank Grillo,
Maybe he dyed it.
like 50.
Yeah.
You should have like white hair. Like, you should look the same as you do in the cartoon.
I agree with that.
Make it. I don't know. That's my like little nitpick. Like, if I don't, I'm like, I don't care. You'll figure it out. Like, even if you don't, even if it's like, you know what, just ignore it. It's like, okay, we'll establish some kind of universe. There seems to be like a multiverse thing happening in the Peacemaker trailer.
Yeah.
Meeting himself.
Sure.
They'll do. Thank God we have the whatever device. Like, they'll do
Yes.
something. Not really worried about it.
Maybe there will be a ripple effect from the Flash movie, and we'll get concrete answers.
Odd. Yeah, because everybody saw the Flash movie.
Yeah.
Fuck. But then Superman looks great, I'm afraid. Like,
Superman looks great.
Fantastic, I'm afraid. I'm sorry.
Like I told y'all, I'm gonna tell it on wax because I feel like it's one of the most accurate things I've ever thought. Not like I told y'all, I don't know if I'm completely sold on David Cornsweet as Superman, as Clark Kent, but James Gunn gets who Superman is. He's going to do what's right. He's going to help you, no matter what. No matter what your politics, your religion, your gender, your sexuality. If you need help, Superman will step in.
He's every Clark Kent thing that I'm seeing from Cornsweet is like,
yes.
it's like immediately in the trailer, she's like, being serious right now, and he goes, yeah, like, and it's like, okay, immediately, yep, yeah, sure.
But she's poking him.
Yeah.
It's like, it's common sense. Someone needed help, so I stepped in. I stopped a war. There's no, I'm leaning Democrat or Republican or this country or that country. I stopped violence. You know what I'm saying? Like that's Superman.
And he saved lives.
Yes,
Remember that.
yes.
That's the thing. It's like,
And some idiot, I don't remember if I showed y'all, it was on Threads or on Twitter, somebody reacting, why would Superman be upset about getting questioned? It's like, bro, like his morals are being put like
and
he's raised by humans. Humans react.
it's gonna be interesting. I like this final trailer. It gave you just enough.
Yeah, we don't need any other marketing.
Nope. I don't want to see nothing else. I just want to see the movie now. I think this is the best trailer out of all of them.
It's like, I'm kind of annoyed that like Lex gets to the Fortress of Solitude, but it's like he's been Superman for a while. So that's why I think Idris Elba shot Cornsweet with the kryptonite bullet.
He shot somebody, and like, these are the things. It's like, that's your movie, James Gunn. Like, you have to acknowledge that. And it's like, his answer is like, no, I don't. And it's like, fair. Okay, fair.
Eventually, when Superman comes out and everybody wants to troll, I feel like he's just gonna like make this not big announcement, but a tweet is gonna go wild, or he's just don't overthink it.
Yeah, I think that at the end of the day, like, that's like the worst case scenario. It's like, who gives a shit? These are comic book movies, and it's like, that's fair. I can't really argue with that. Like, it has gotten out of control, but then it's also kind of like, you look at Marvel, and I'm like, even in its like low point, it's like it's still chugging, like it's still doing it. It's like, oh fuck, we have to fix this. Oh, we have to undo this, don't we? It's like they're not doing that over there. They're still working towards something. Good, bad, whatever. They're still like, that's like,
Kevin Feige stays the course.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, they're like, oh, we're not recast, we're not getting rid of characters. Sebastian Stan has been doing this for almost 20 years. So
yeah,
doing it.
And it's you got your group. There's always the little group of motherfuckers who end up being the loudest, who act like we're entitled to an eternal sequel. Thor 5, Shang-Chi 2, The Marvels 2, 3, whatever. if Disney, Marvel, Feige himself doesn't say, hey, this is the release date for these movies, fans aren't entitled to shit.
Yeah.
Feige himself knows where the whole universe is going. Talking about there's already like a 10-year plan for X-Men. Like, no new X-Men need to be introduced in these Avengers movies because that's just not the story.
Yeah. Or maybe it is. I don't know. We'll find out.
Exactly.
Honest.
Just shut the fuck up, buy your ticket, watch the movie.
Yeah.
For DC, Marvel, Dark Horse, whatever.
Like, yeah, you fucking nerd.
Yeah.
Shut up. Go watch Superman. And like, it's like, I don't know. I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. The way people talk about like Snyder movies. Like, first off, when they were out,
the majority
like,
hated them.
Y'all weren't this, like, people liked them. I liked them. Like, I like Batman versus Superman came out and
Banger.
got, mixed at best reviews. It's got like 20 something on Rotten Tomatoes. And like to this day,
hate.
I don't get it. Like, I'm like, understand why it would be like kind of mixed. Like maybe
I like the theatrical version.
That's why I saw the theatrical version twice. I was like, this is great. It's really good to me. I don't know. But like it worked. I think it was just like it worked to me as an interpretation. It was like, it's not the ironclad version of any of these characters. It's just like, it's like watching Mission Impossible 2 the other day. It's like John Woo was hot to Mission Impossible. So his Mission Impossible had doves and motorcycle jousting and stuff. And it's like, it's fun. It's not necessarily the concrete version of who Ethan Hunt is forever. And then you get to 3 and he's not doing that. And it's like, this is fine also. This is great. So it's like, Snyder is hired to do his, like, what he was like, they want you to establish a DC universe. And so he's, okay, here's my Superman movie. And they're like, that's cool. Here's my World's Finest movie. And it's like, that's something. And then here's my Justice League movie. And they were like,
nope.
What the wrong with you? And then they were like, interfered. And then that's how we got to where we got. But it's like, I don't know, good or bad or whatever. It's just like, it's like Henry Cavill. Yeah, great as Superman. He was great. He was awesome. In that world, like in that version, I thought Ben Affleck was Batman when he was great as Batman. Like in that, that's why it's kind of goofy when he's in the Flash, because it's like, his brooding, serious Batman is kind of better in what Snyder was doing. Like it just,
yeah.
People talking like Henry Cavill invented Superman.
See, and that's what people have to stop doing. There's different versions of Superman. Look,
in the comic books.
Yeah, and George Reeves was the original, and then it became Christopher Reeve. Then you have, you have Henry Cavill. Now you got Corn Sweat, but also
Dean Cain.
You have the TV versions of it. You have Tyler Hoechlin, who's I thought was fantastic in Superman and Lois.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
You got Dean Cain.
Yes, sir, Dean Cain, sir.
Then you also have the version of Smallville. Like, there's different versions of Superman, and everybody did.
Brandon Routh.
I mean, underrated, I thought, in his version of it.
Movie. I think that movie is good.
So do I.
It's better than most of the Superman movies, in my opinion.
So there's every iteration, like Nick was saying, there's different iterations of Batman. Different ones. Adam West.
We're not as hard on Batman.
No, we're not, for some reason.
Henry Cavill being Superman versus like all this stuff. I'm like, we all agree that's like, yeah, George Clooney probably the Batman. But it's like, we don't talk about it that way. Like, we don't like, when Robert Pattinson comes out and he's like really good, we're not like, look at this fucking joke, this nipple piece of shit. Like, we're just like, it's like established. It's like, yeah, okay, it's good again. And it was like, yeah, the last guy who did it was good. The guy before him who did it was also good. It's like, every now and then you'll see somebody making fun of the Christian Bale suit because it is a lot. But then it's also like, yeah, but he was in the greatest movie like of all time. So maybe it's fine that his suit looks like that. His suit is a lot. When you look at it, it's like
It's Kevlar.
full suit, and it's like, wow, that's crazy. But also, it's the best movie ever,
Yeah.
maybe ever. So it's like, don't even compare. Like, and you'll have people compare Pattinson. And it's like, yeah, shut up. Just stop. Just don't. Their movies are different quality. The actors are like the way people talk about Superman. It's like there cannot be another Superman. And I'm like, what if we relax? What if we're in our mid-30s and we relax?
Yeah.
It looks great. Like it's got blockbuster of the year potential, and like Mission Impossible comes out next week. That's big. Like there's a Jurassic Park movie this year. I'm still like Superman. Like Superman it's got potential to like.
It's like Jurassic World's like the last checkpoint before I get to see my most anticipated movie of the year.
Yeah.
What's yours, Nick? Anticipated movie.
Smashing Machine.
Like pre-May, Thunderbolts was like way up. Like I was like, dude, Thunderbolts is my most anticipated Marvel of the year. Like I can't wait. But now I'm like moving to Fantastic Four, and I'm like, I can't wait for Fantastic Four. I'd be Superman.
We're going to protect you.
Superman and like Mission Impossible are kind of my two biggest ones of the summer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
Ballerina's coming. Karate Kid's coming.
There's some good ones coming
28
out
Years Later is coming.
Yeah. Ooh.
That's a good one.
I just realized, like yesterday, Pixar is not marketing Elio for shit.
Nope.
Yeah, I'm hoping they don't. There was a big standee outside of my theater the other day for it, but I'm like, I'm hoping they don't try to dump it the way they tried to dump Elemental.
Yeah. That movie's fantastic.
Elemental's amazing.
Up making money. It didn't work because they were just like, fuck it, put it out the same day as The Flash. Then it came out and they were like, nobody cares about The Flash.
The funny thing, like Nick said about Elemental, the funny thing is that movie had legs. Luckily, to make what it did. Imagine if they would have pushed it even a little bit.
Yeah. It's like the original Pixar movies that they seem to not have confidence in end up being bangers, and then they market them after they're already out.
They don't know.
I mean, Onward got screwed because Onward got released, and then a week later, everything got shut down. You can't do it. It was out. They put it out. I get it. But you can't tell me, like, Soul. That movie was fantastic.
That's an all-timer.
Soul.
God,
and then Turning Red was fun.
Yep.
Luca was solid. I think it was. Some people didn't like it too much, but I thought Luca was okay. But Soul would have made a shit ton of money.
Oh, it should have been in theaters. I get like Soul. I almost give a pass because that was like 2020. We didn't know what was going to happen. Like,
that's true.
We don't hear Merry Christmas, and it was like, but like Turning Red should have been in the theater.
Yeah.
Yes.
Luca should have been in the theater, but like Turning Red was supposed to be in like IMAX and all that, and it was like Turning Red would have made tons of money. It would have been a bigger conversation in the landscape because you don't get movies about that very often. You don't get movies with that demographic very often, and it would have been massive. I thought it was like good. It wasn't like my favorite, but I thought it was good. But like it would have been huge, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Then Luca was gay. Would have been big with the gays. I don't care what any. That movie was gay. It was great. That movie was better. Like I watched it once, I was like, that was cool. And then I watched it again. I was like, oh, gay. And then I got it. It was like it's way better. I was like, oh wait, they're in love. They're little boys. And then it was way better. I've watched Luca like 4 or 5 times.
You got my TikTok clip. The little clip of the show that I put on all the platforms. We just got it.
Gay. Just
a loop. Just on a loop.
It's like gay, parentheses. But, yeah, Elliot, yeah. I don't know. Because it was supposed to come out last year.
Yeah.
And then they maybe perhaps smartly they pushed it in favor of Inside Out 2 and made what?
Which people act like wasn't a banger.
And like, but it was like they were correcting after like Wish, which they didn't market enough.
Yeah.
And like Strange World. So it was like they were like course correcting. Like, fuck, we need guaranteed money. We need money. And then it was like the Marvels. And they were just like, fuck, what are we doing?
Underrated.
And so I was like, they moved Leo. And then I think they're like, let's go. But it's also like, I feel like Disney get to a point where they don't know what to do. Like Lilo and Stitch guaranteed hit. Guaranteed hit. They're marketing the hell out of it. But like Snow White, massive flop, massive disappointment.
That's what I'm saying. In the next 2 weeks, after Lilo and Stitch makes gangbusters money, they're gonna come back and be like, "Oh, we were just playing. We just greenlit all 10 of these for live action remakes."
It's like, is there a certain kind of live action remake that makes money? And it's like, not really.
No,
maybe because like Mufasa was like kind of looked like, nobody cares. And then
it's solid. I like Mufasa.
Yeah,
it looked out all through the holidays, all through January.
They made decent money. It made good money.
Live action Bolt 2028.
Yeah, like what?
I think what happened with Snow White though was
Moana's coming next year.
It is next year. With Snow White, I think the dwarves, they should have just had real people play the dwarves.
Yes.
And I think a lot what Rachel Zegler said prior to also hurt a bit. Not that it wasn't going to make $1 billion. It wasn't going to do that, but I think it would have made a little bit more money than what. But like, also, who had any interest for a Snow White movie? That's the thing. It's
what it is. Not drum up hype the way that they used to drum up hype.
I agree.
Being the Beast did like 107 million or some shit when it came out, and it's like, would it do that now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's like what? Like, I feel like Alice in Wonderland was like the test run. Did $1 billion. So they got overly confident. A few years went by. Then we got Maleficent, Cinderella, Jungle Book, Beauty and the Beast. All did like cool. And then you got your Alice in Wonderland sequel. I think a couple of them might have been some duds. People weren't as high on like Lion King, I guess. I feel like that made money though.
A lot of money.
But it became overkill. Like 2019 had like 4 of them motherfuckers. Dumbo, Aladdin, Lion King, Maleficent 2 was all like in the same year. And I feel like Lady and the Tramp was also that year when Disney Plus launched.
Yep.
It's like at times it becomes overkill, even if every movie is good.
Yeah, Dumbo flopped. Maleficent 2, I think, like, did whatever. But then, like, Aladdin was another one of those where they were like, we don't know. And then it made $1 billion.
Yeah.
That's like, Disney never seems to know when their movies are going to leg out.
But then they throw, like, Peter Pan and Wendy and Pinocchio on Disney Plus. Like, they didn't have confidence in those to begin with.
Like, yeah, like Robert Zemeckis, like, you could have put that in the theater. It's like, yeah, but it was bad. Okay. Like, but, was Jungle Cruise good? Like, put it in the theater.
Yeah.
Let's figure it out. I watched Mulan the other day, and I was like, I haven't watched a live action one, like,
ever.
Years. And I was like watching that animated one. I was like, how the fuck did they make a live action one of this? Like, why did we even? I don't remember. But I was like, they took out the songs. They took out Mushu.
Yeah.
Subplot. I was like, what the fuck did they leave in? Like, what?
It's more live action without the talking dragon.
Yeah, I was like, what was the point of doing that? I'll have to rewatch it.
We just made Lion King with all computer-generated lions, but we don't need a talking dragon.
And that's like, I watched Dinosaur the other night, and like, I was like, they did this 20 years before they did The Lion King, and they were just calling The Lion King live action. I was like, and this is animation. It's the same thing. Like, they were already ahead of the curve. It did get the credit for it.
Nope.
But anyway.
Since we're already talking about the Mouse House, Ironheart trailer?
Sure.
Looks fun. Like, Normies are gonna forget that Riri Williams was even in Black Panther: Wakanda Forever.
I never. It's still exhausting. I'm glad that it's still exhausting, though. I don't want to ever be used to like racist pricks. I just don't. I still want them to piss me off when they show up.
Yeah.
It's a weird thing though that I feel like Disney is just kind of like, here you go, just watch it, fuck it, okay, we're done. But it's like I don't think that they're doing it for any like political reason. I just think they're trying to move away from doing Marvel shows like that.
Yeah.
I have to have seen the movie to understand this.
Yeah, it's like they tried and Normies just didn't adapt to what they wanted to do. And we all froze.
No, definitely not read. Heard of they're trying to move away from the shows on Disney Plus now.
Like, they want to do more like Daredevil.
Yes.
Like, you don't have to go watch a movie.
Yep.
No.
Yeah.
That's happening.
But and the great thing about Marvel in the early phases where you could jump in at Iron Man 3 and still have an idea of what was going on, but you could tell your friend, hey, if you want, go back and watch these other movies because it was part of the story, but it was also its own contained movie. Where now, when Disney Plus hit, you got Wanda, who's an Avenger, and then we see Doctor Strange, the multiverse.
Why is she mad?
Yeah, what happened? Well, you had to go see, WandaVision to find out what the hell's going on. Like, that's the thing. Is like, I think that's what they're trying to move away from is, yes, where the shows are its own thing. Yes, they connect maybe to the movies, but it's its own contained thing as the movies where you don't need to do homework to go watch a movie. Because I guarantee you, it's going to sound crazy, but there's people out there that don't have Disney Plus. And I'll be honest with you, there's going to be people out there that ain't going to have Netflix either because the way they keep on raising their prices every 2 months.
Yeah.
I mean, people talk about cable and all that. It's pretty much more expensive now to stream with all these channels than have cable. Think about it.
I was talking to a kid I worked with, and he was like, nah, I don't watch any of that stuff. He was like interested in Andor. And he was like, I'm just going to like not have it. And then I'll wait till Andor's over and then I'll use my week trial and watch Andor. And then
but at the end of the day is I think like, Marvel itself, they have to do that to get back to what they were. You know what I mean? Let's see what happens here. Yeah. Like I said, I'm looking forward to Fantastic Four because let's be honest, the Fantastic Four movies haven't been the best. I thought they were somewhat fun, but they haven't been the best.
Yes, they have.
That happens. So I'm looking forward to this. I mean, the cast is fantastic, but let's see what happens.
They're what?
See what I did there? So
I feel like I'm the only one that noticed that we didn't get that spring wave of Disney Plus steelbooks.
No.
I'm like waiting, but yeah, I don't know if there's like a time period or whatever. Like they ought to do it again, right?
Because I'll be honest with you, I'm caught up on all the Star Wars stuff. I still have to get Loki season 2 and Hawkeye. So those are the 2 steelbooks the ones they've released that I don't have. But also, are they ever going to release the Book of Boba Fett?
No.
You know what I mean? I don't think they are. I know they'll release an Andor season 2. I know they'll get that out. Now, my whole thing is I have a feeling they will release, Daredevil, Born Again. I think they'll do that. But will they? You know what I mean? Because Netflix released the first 2 seasons, but not the third. That pisses me off.
Really great.
I feel like the last 2 years, we got like an early spring, like March, April wave of like 4 steelbooks, and then late November, December. They didn't do it this year. So now I'm pretty sure they think like motherfuckers are gonna forget about those steelbooks, and we can just not put any more out.
I don't know. It's like Disney. I was always like, Disney just wants to be out of the physical media game so badly,
Yeah.
but aren't profiting from Disney Plus at all. They aren't. They're losing money on Disney Plus. But it's like they did that like deal with Sony, right?
Yeah, Sony's the one that's
Right.
distributing their stuff.
Like that. Why would you ink that deal if you weren't interested in putting it out? But also, I feel like that's why they're putting out more steelbooks, like the Tombstone, the Kingdom of Heaven,
Yep, and
Marvel one.
Hence why they're like $45 because they got to make their money, and then they got to take a cut of that and pay Sony for distributing. That's the problem right there.
And the 4K, it's like they're like the 4Ks are only coming out in steelbooks, and it's me off. They're not doing it with Marvel yet. Like Brave New World got a regular. Thank God. Thank you, God. But then like Basa only got a steelbook. Moana 2, Wish, Inside Out 2, Snow White's coming. And it's like these are paltry little problems that don't amount to anything in the world.
Yeah.
Like it's bothering me, and matters.
See, I hope it'll never happen. This is wishful thinking. I have not stepped into a Best Buy.
Nope.
I can't even remember when.
For
think
what?
I stepped in there for like the holiday season. Looking for maybe get gifts for people here and there.
A new washer.
But at the end of the day, it's like, besides that, I have not stepped into a Best Buy, and it's been over a year, because not this past New Year's, but the following was when they cut off. Like they just let it run out, and by February of that year, I think of 2024, that was it. Right? So, I mean, why not? Like, I'm hoping they bring back some media in the sense of maybe you do some shit where it's like, we're bringing it back. You have that little kiosk with the new releases that has, the front and back. You release what's new. Week 1, week 2, you flip it to the other side, and by week 3, whatever was new, they just ship it out to somewhere for them to sell or whatever. Like, just bring something back, because I look at Best Buy now, those parking lots are fucking empty.
It's been a year and a half since I have so much driven in their parking.
Yep.
Yeah.
I go buy it, because where I live, there's like no. It seems, besides the workers, because remember, nobody's buying TVs every day or washing machines every day. Or like a home theater and the shit ain't like $20 either. These are high ticket items that people are not just splurging around. Like, you're only gonna if I buy a TV, it's because my TV went out. That's the thing. It's these are high ticket items, and yet the only thing that was in grasp was to get even people in there was physical media. I'm not saying that's what's gonna kill Best Buy, the company, and all that, but at least it got traffic in your store.
Yeah.
People that did like that stuff.
It's like,
because remember, home theater and movies go together. That what I mean. That's at the end of the day, though. I mean, when it comes to like Disney, like I agree. Like, don't get me wrong, I like steelbooks, I like 4K, but I'm not going to spend I'm very picky on steelbooks. I'm not going to buy every single disc. Like Mufasa, I'll probably get that on Blu-ray, or I'll get Moana on Blu-ray, or certain things like that. Like, I still love Blu-ray. It's, if you think about it, Blu-ray right now is better than Blu-ray what it was 10 years ago. The quality is way better, and yes, there are certain movies I will get on 4K. But the way the pricing is now, you got to pick and choose. And like Randy's been ahead of the game. Why spend the extra $5 now? Like, I remember like Marvel, when they would drop their steelbooks on Blu-ray, $34.99. Even on 4K, it was $34.99. Like, it was around that range. Now it's almost nearly damn $50, because now that they have to take a cut to pay Sony for distributing and all that. Does the Mufasa steelbook look cool? Yeah. But I like, sometimes the slipcover looks better. Yep. You know what I mean? Like the Marvel stuff, that'll probably be the only thing I will still continue, and the Star Wars shows that I will still get from Disney steelbook-wise. Unless there's a steelbook out there that looks dope as hell, like Elemental, that I got, shit like that. But besides that, if they drop something, I'm just going to go back to Blu-ray.
Say you're broke. Just say that. My thing would just like, yeah, steelbooks like that Kingdom of Heaven steelbook that's coming out. Ugly. Ugly. And it's like $50. And it's like, yeah, I would like Kingdom of Heaven in 4K.
Yeah.
It would rock. I mean, hell yeah, I'm pro 4K. I would have probably bought the Tombstone one.
Yeah.
Artwork. It's like, yeah, it's like $50 some. It's a steel book only. Like, you have no other option. I'm like, I can wait.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not exorbitant amount of money on this. And it's like, I'll wait and see if they put out a regular 4K.
Like,
I'm not.
Like, I missed out on this. What was it? It was very limited titles. 3 for $33 from Amazon. You get 3 4K. Okay, go on the site. Go Groove. Groove has awesome stuff. It's a lot of Universal stuff, but it's great titles.
Order Walmart. They come with from.
Mm-hmm. But the thing is, this though too is like thankfully I have a Target around, but Target doesn't sell movies, and so they'll do once in a while buy 2 get 1 free, or buy 1 get 1 50%. That's where I'll make up the titles that I have not bought. That's where I'll start buying my stuff when they start doing sales like that. And they usually do them twice in the summer. So if they do a buy 2 get 1, that's where I'll get my, Loki season 2. And Hawkeye, and I'll throw in another, to bring down the cost in that sense, because that's the best way now to get movies. If you think about it, you got to pray that they just don't come damaged.
That's my thing.
Mm-hmm.
This goofy ass steelbook that just has like the mask on it.
Huh?
Kingdom of Heaven.
Yeah, not cute.
Yeah, that's ugly.
Ugly. That's what most steelbooks are to me. Like, it'll be like, look at this beautiful steelbook, and I'm like, ugly, tacky,
ugly.
unpresented.
Like, I'll be honest with you, Lionsgate has their own website where they make their own steelbook stuff that you get them on their site. Like Plane just dropped one, has with that slip cover that reveals the thing. It looks dope as hell.
I like those. If you give me a steelbook with a full slip on it, we're having a different conversation.
Exactly. Same with me. But also, did I like the movie Plane? Yes. Do I have it on Blu-ray? Yes. I don't need that shit on 4K.
I got the 4K. If you give me a 4K option, there's like a 90% chance that I'm going to get it. Unless I'm like, steel only.
Also, like, who did Megan? What studio did Megan?
Blumhouse and Universal.
Blumhouse.
Universal. Okay. Stop with I'll drop the Blu-ray, then a year later I'll drop the 4K. Just drop them both at the same time. What are we doing here?
Dropping. They're doing it with drop, and I'm shocked. I was like, drop? Because it's going to happen with that woman in the yard. I'm guaranteeing. I'm putting it on right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like a week or two. It's coming out on Blu-ray. Guarantee Shout Factory or something puts it out on 4K within a year. They did it with Abigail. They did it with Renfield. They did it with the Holdovers, for Christ's sake. They did it with Voyage of the Demeter. I feel like there's more, but like
they did it with Megan for sure.
Universal did it with Megan. They did it with Megan, Violent Night, The Black Phone, the 311, or what was that movie with the ladies? The 311, the 312.
The 3, yeah, I know.
The 355.
5.
312.
My boy was hitting every number except the number.
Paradise. They did it with like, I don't know what. Like all these movies that came out on Blu-ray, they just like did 4Ks after. I've gotten most of them, but like you said, like the Amazon 3 for $33 and stuff like that. Like that's how I get them, or like I get them from my job. I'll find them. Like somebody will trade them in like super cheap. I'm like, oh, so I could spend like $5 and upgrade this to 4K. Let's go.
Yep.
But that's how I do it. I'm smart. I'm not spending 85 pounds on a fucking imported steelbook Tombstone. Like that's crazy. Are we nuts?
And that's the thing is with these boutique labels now, like say, Vinegar Syndrome. I'm picky when it comes to Vinegar Syndrome. Like I have maybe 6 titles of theirs, and half of those are like documentaries, like the Stephen King documentary or the X-Men documentary. Like I'll do stuff like that from Vinegar Syndrome, and if they come in that VSU box case and if it's a movie I like, I'll do that. Like the latest one they dropped, I mean, it was a couple of months back, was Virtuosity. I'm still thinking, do I upgrade that to 4K and get that one? I don't know. We'll see. But, you know.
And then I just ordered the movie Dirty Work.
Mm-hmm.
God, fucking, who even needed that?
Note to self.
Yeah. And that's the thing is like right now I got the Paramount Presents, I got The Golden Child. Got it. They're just dropping that on, I think, on 4K as well. But you know what?
Don't need it.
It's a comedy. I don't need comedy on 4K. You know what I mean? It's like the Blu-ray is just as good. You know, and my thing about it is Kino Lorber. I'm going to buy movies from them. Sales. Same thing with Shout Factory. You know,
I buy them by like the armful. Like
that's same.
Dozen.
Yep. That's how I do Kino. That's how I do, you know, Criterion. That sale's coming up here in the next month and a half. I'll get a Nora then. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. It's like things like that is now when I buy stuff, I'm gonna look for deals and sales pretty much because I know cost goes up for everything, but damn, even a Blu-ray now is sometimes $30. I'm like shit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I wonder how much the Thunderbolts Blu-ray will be.
Thunderbolts. That's why we need some kind of like new Avengers Blu-ray.
No. See, since I stopped this 20 some odd minute tangent that I started, if you have not seen Thunderbolts, fuck the fuck off. Nothing is off the table. All spoilers. So, come back when you've seen the movie. And that's what I want, though. I want the slipcover to say Thunderbolts, but when you take the slip off, when you take the clothes off and get the physical copy butt-ass naked, it can say the New Avengers.
Cute. That would be cute.
Right?
I don't know if they're putting that much thought into their physical media.
Well, they put it in a LA billboard banner that said Thunderbolts, then it said New Avengers, then Stitch popped through it.
And it's like, that's funny, but it's like, yeah, you only had it up for like 2-3 days, and then
you redid it every day. But what? We've got...
Let me ask you guys this. How do you think they should have handled that? What? I know it was the asterisk and Thunderbolts, and then they ripped it off, said New Avengers. Like, they damn, like Randy said, they damn near, they did spoil everything for everybody who was going to see it in week 2.
Oh, no, yeah, the shit came out on Friday, and Saturday they started talking the New Avengers. They should have given it like a month.
I think they should have done it. Not even with that. I think they should have mentioned it, and then maybe the release would have been, like you said, a month, or they did the physical. Because what is it technically called now? Like when the physical comes out, is it going to say New Avengers or is it going to say Thunderbolts?
It's Twitter. It's HBO Max. I'm always calling that shit Thunderbolts.
Same.
Mama named it Thunderbolts. I'm going to call them Thunderbolts.
There you go.
Also, what's up with that HBO Max, HBO Max shit? What an idiot.
The Warner Brothers got bored.
It's like I'd never called Twitter X.
Ever.
No, same.
I was like, they said, oh, it's Max now. I was like, okay, cool. Max. What about Max? Max original? Sure. I don't care.
I've been put like this. It was HBO Max. They should have left it as HBO. HBO Max. They take the most iconic thing off the fucking logo to begin with, which was HBO. To name it Max, I've always called it HBO Max, and now it's HBO Max. Like I just don't get it.
But Thunderbolts will never be on HBO Max. So
might be.
We got Yelena, we got Bucky, we got Red Guardian, we got Ghost, Taskmaster, U.S. Agent, and Bob.
Do we have all of those people? Do we really?
For like 2.5 minutes.
All of those people?
Because Taskmaster,
I think, was on screen for like 30 seconds.
Yeah. I'm not here for you.
That was ridiculous.
Bam.
Like that.
That was dumb.
She caught a heater to the dome quick.
like, I don't know. People like hated the on-screen version of Taskmaster or whatever, but I'm like, I think we could have done that character a little more justice.
Oh,
After through, it's like we were like, yeah, Taskmaster's probably gonna eat it before the end of the movie, but it's like, God damn, like really.
But like when they did the whole chair Avenger Doomsday rollout, and she was the only one that didn't get a chair, we kind of knew.
Like you knew, and it was just like, oh, they're gonna do Slipknot with her or whatever. The man that can tie anything. It's like, okay, yeah, Taskmaster probably gonna bite it. But like, put her in all the posters and everything.
Didn't master that task.
Look cool as shit in all the posters. Cool as hell. And it's like you could have like had her be a part of the team for a little bit. Maybe she gets killed in the gunfight, leaving the compound or whatever.
Yeah.
Something. I don't know. But it was like that was pretty rough. And then it was almost like they went back and were like, oh, Yelena kind of knew her. Like,
yeah,
she knew enough to have to like acknowledge it. And they were just like, oh, so you knew her? And she was like, yeah. Damn. And it's like, I'd be a little more mad after all the events from Black Widow.
Like, and I agree. My whole thing is there's been some dope characters that Marvel has just messed up, like Kang. That whole thing was a mess. Like, if Ant-Man can beat you with ants,
we're done.
Also,
that right there, not good.
If real world things didn't occur, we were getting Kang back.
Yeah, but the thing is, this though is they already even say real world events. This is a what if didn't happen. They already ruined that character. If Ant-Man could beat Kang with ants, he's no match for Captain America, like Steve Rogers, Captain or Iron Man. Like, Ant-Man is Ant-Man. You know what I mean? That's like me beating Kang, and I'm me. You know, it's like at the end of the day.
I think Ant-Man will wash all three of us fairly easily.
But the thing, what I'm saying is that you have a really like low level character compared to everybody else. Just whoop your ass, not whoop, but like held his own. You're no match for like a Captain America that's Steve Rogers. Also, Taskmaster in the comic books. Now I know live action, is a dope character.
Yeah,
nasty.
Skeleton.
And you did it injustice in Black Widow, and then it's even worse here.
But I'm like, yeah, like you should at least like commit. Honestly, like to the point where that was my biggest knock on the movie Thunderbolts. Like at the end, honestly, great, very effective movie. It did what it, but it was like that. I didn't like that. Like I was like, we knew like she was gonna die or something. Like she wasn't making it to the end. I was like, fuck. Like she looked cool. Her new suit was cool.
Yeah.
I was like, you can hang around for a little bit.
And my thing is this: and if you're gonna kill off the character, at least give them a dope ass, long ass fight. Like drag it out, something dope that shows what they could have been.
That's why I'm a sucker for this shit. I thought the choreography in that whole warehouse incinerator fight was real dope, and Ghost just caught her.
And they were like, oops. And they were like, runner pockets. Hey, come on, man. And like, Yelena was like, oh boy. Well, that sucks. And I was like, hey, that's, wasn't that like your whole thing in your movie? It was like, live, she deserves that freedom.
Dreykov's daughter.
Damn. She caught a bullet.
And also, it's Olga Kurylenko. She's very attractive, very pretty, and you put her in that, and that's that. And I think she's had like 3 lines in the 2 movies fucking combined. Like, what are we doing here?
Still actress. I was like, yeah,
cut a check though. Feige cuts that check, you can do whatever you want.
Did she? I wonder. Like that's what I'm saying. I was like, they tried to play with Jeremy Renner, and he was it makes me wonder. It's like, what did they do with her? How do they sit her down before this movie? Like, so you're gonna be in all the marketing, but you're not gonna like
be in the movie.
Also, I think with Jeremy Renner, I think that they'll come to an agreement. They'll figure something out because he did say in an interview that what do he say? What am I half to Jeremy? And that's kind of messed up, man. He's an OG Avenger. He's been in these movies. He's an awesome actor. Yeah, he had the accident. He looks perfectly fine. He can still act. Looks great. At the end of the day,
didn't he do like a Mayor of Easttown season since then?
Yep. He's been back. He's been acting like nothing happened. And the funny thing is, if you want him back, either pay the man what you paid him for the season 1. Don't lowball people. And that's the thing.
Yeah.
It's. I understand you're trying to cut back on these shows because, like Nick said earlier, put like this. Any show, any streaming, forget Disney Plus, HBO Max, whatever streaming service you have, you're not going to make money off of these shows because you already got the subscribers.
All they can do is Netflix and increase the monthly.
Yeah. I mean, but then sooner or later, you're pricing yourself out because remember, my dad always said it. Funny how things go up in price, groceries, bills, utilities, but people's salaries do not.
Yeah.
And sooner or later, you're going to choose X amount a month for Netflix or eat to survive. You know what I mean? And that's the thing is
Netflix.
These things are going to price themselves out eventually. And then what do they do? Yes, that's how they make money, by increasing. But sooner or later, enough's enough.
Yeah.
But even if every streaming service, everybody on the planet signed to Disney Plus, that's it. You're maxed out. You can't make no more extra money.
HBO maxed out.
Pretty much.
See, I get the joke because your audio was out, so it sounds like I was smarter than you, or faster, or more attractive. All are true. So, normies, I think you have to have seen Falcon and the Winter Soldier and the Black Widow movie at the very least to completely enjoy Thunderbolts.
Black Widows. This is pretty much like a sequel to Black.
Yeah,
Widow.
I agree.
I mean, and then Falcon and the Winter
Yeah,
Soldier.
because Yelena's the main focus, and she killed it again. Like Florence Pugh is one of the best young actors doing it, hands down. She can do the nerd shit. She can do the A24 shit and kills it all.
I love something I love about Florence Pugh is she's like there's like a whole class of like younger like 20-something actors that are like really coming up.
They're all in Dune Part 2.
And they're all like early 30s, early to late 20s, and it's like a whole class. Kaylee Spaney, Jacob Elordi, what's the dude? The dude that played the robot in Alien Romulus.
Oh shit!
He's already in that like walking movie. He's in something else.
David
I was like,
something?
it's a whole class of kids that are just like telling her right now, and she's kind of at the forefront of it. Like she's got Oscar.
Her Jenna Ortega, Chalamet, yeah,
Jenna Ortega. Jenna Ortega is on watch, but she is still good. Her quality of projects is not that great when we zoom out.
Disagree.
But
David Johnson?
Yeah, that guy. He's going to be here. I'm telling you, within 5 years, he's going to be another one of those guys that's just in everything. But she's kind of at the forefront of it. You know, she does A24 shit. She's got Oscar nomination to her belt. She's in horror movies. She's in dramas, comedies. And it's like,
Marvel,
okay, here you go, world. And she's doing the press for it. She's not talking down on it like, she's slumming it. She's all in. And she's talking about the movie on, like...
That's what trips me out.
Level. Like, she's like, I loved this story. I loved what it was like. A story about family and about bonding and all this stuff. And it's like, I love that. I love when people can, like, do superhero stuff and not act like...
But it's like...
they're above it.
Like Sebastian Stan.
Yeah, he's one of them doing it right now.
He's been like there's just this group of like snobby normies. I don't know, people who think that they're like film fans, but if you do a Marvel movie, you're not a good actor. But then
wrapped in the slot machine, and I'm like,
Sebastian Stan was just nominated.
Mhm.
doing the cool shit of like most actors of his generation. He's doing some of the coolest shit right now.
But
He's
he can
doing,
do some goofy shit with Seth Rogen. He can play Donald Trump.
yeah,
A different man. Is that what he got nominated for?
Yeah.
And then he's doing like his fucking 13th appearance as Bucky.
yeah. I'm like, will you run it back and look at these actors? Really, like seriously, from when the MCU started, and look at where they started. They're like Robert Downey Jr. in 2008 makes no sense. It makes no sense that they're like, we're putting it all on Robert Downey Jr. And it's like, people forget, even people who act like they remember. It's like, no, you don't remember. He was not leading movies in 2008, much less big franchise A-list. I mean, he was in his 40s. Everything about it was
It's like 2006, 2007 hit. Kiss Kiss Bang Bang just hit. Ben Stiller and Jon Favreau were just like, let's go all in on Downey.
It's like, yeah, Zodiac. Like, he was in Zodiac. He was like, what, the fourth name on the bill?
Yep.
Zodiac.
Yeah.
James Paul, 20-something, could have been Iron Man. Like, none of it made sense at all in 2008. At all.
Oh,
I
but
was
it
like,
did.
out graduate high school, I was like, Robert Downey Jr. from Ally McBeal? Like, what are we talking about? Like, it didn't make sense.
From Gothica?
Role of Iron Man, and did it for like 11 years. He's got an Oscar. Mark Ruffalo, also in his like mid to late 40s when he started, he's got multiple Oscar nominations. Scarlett Johansson has gotten multiple Oscar nominations. Chris Hemsworth was nobody when he...
Yep.
Captain Kirk's dad. Bite your tongue.
Besides that, yeah.
I remembered him from... I didn't even remember him from that. I remembered him from that movie. It was called A
Perfect Getaway.
And like, I was like...
Cabin in the Woods.
He was like kind of a bad guy. I was like, oh, okay, cool. He was nobody. He has since done like Furiosa and stuff
Rush.
like that. Like, he's doing good. So it's not like he's like only doing slop. Tom Hiddleston was nobody. Has since, he does all. He was in War Horse, Cumberbatch, multiple. He's gotten Oscar nominations, multiple award wins. I'm like, you're not stuck in any kind of slop machine unless you are. Like, unless,
your agent picks you shitty projects.
Yeah, like, that's what it is. I'm just like, you think Sebastian Stan would still be doing this if he didn't want to do it? Like, It's like he doesn't have to do it. He got 2 Golden Globe nominations last year for 2 different movies. Like, who am I missing? Like, Jeremy Renner, multiple Oscar nominations under his belt. People forget.
Yeah.
That guy, actor for a really long time.
And obviously Human Torch can't play Captain America. That doesn't make sense.
No, I was anti Chris Evans when he got his Captain America. I was like, dude, boo, boring, lazy casting.
Now it's goated.
And now I'm like,
now it's nobody else.
Yep.
Nope. And since playing Captain America, like, he immediately did Knives Out.
Mm-hmm.
Immediately. Granted, he's done some iffy projects, but again, that's
Hey, what is Materialists? That shit looks good.
Good. I heard it is good. He was on a TV show on Apple. It's like, it's a testament to his talent. It's like, sometimes you do Red One. Sometimes you do that shit with Ana de Armas, and it's like, okay, that's fine too.
Oh yeah, that shit was ass. Ghosted? That shit was ass.
And it's like, well, whatever. But I hate that. Like, I hate that narrative. Like, you're stuck in the machine or whatever. And it's like, Tom Holland, he's not stuck in the machine.
He's in a Christopher Nolan movie.
Doing shit. But he's going to be in the Odyssey. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Boom.
That's going to be crazy.
No, you're not stuck in the machine.
He does have it worse because he's more connected to Sony than anybody else.
Yeah, that's what it's like. You're stuck in Sony land. You're not stuck in the machine. And it's like, I don't know. Like, even when you like zoom out, like Jared Leto has an entire Academy Award. You know, he's playing Morbius because he wants to. It's not like he's like beholden to some kind of slop. Like he's doing it because he wants. Like honestly, he's got an Oscar. He doesn't have to do.
Wyatt Russell and Louis Pullman are gonna start popping up everywhere.
Louis Pullman's good. Yeah, he's already in cool stuff. David Harbour's a great actor, versatile actor. People don't need to do this stuff. They want to do this stuff. Julia Louis-Dreyfus does not need to be doing Marvel movies.
Elaine
wants to, unless she's reading the script like Brie Larson, an entire Academy Award winner, does not need to be doing this unless she wants to do it. She's not trapped.
Yes.
Julia Louis-Dreyfus is not trapped by Disney.
So full, so filled.
So filled. It's like, it's great. And it's like, I think like that's, you have actors that can still drum up excitement about what they're doing. That's the key to getting Doomsday to work on the level of like old Marvel stuff.
Yeah.
Never had people down,
bro,
until like the Scorsese conversation.
Yeah.
You didn't really like, it was like you either liked it or you didn't care, but it was never like that big a deal. It was just like, this is the biggest thing on the planet. We're all excited for it.
All these nerds that are mad about Downey playing Doom. That trailer is gonna hit November, December. Everybody's gonna lose their mind.
Even like Downey, like when he like stopped, like he sort of made like a comment about being like stuck in a mask or whatever, and then I think he like ran it back. Like he was like, no, make no mistake.
I know he spoiled Thunderbolts on opening day and then ran that back.
Iron Man. But yeah, it's just keeping the enthusiasm. And then I think they're realizing that like with all the TV shows and shit like that, it's just kind of like, tell me, why are you enthusiastic about Agatha? And it's like,
I'm not.
I got a paycheck. I'm really not. I'm never going to fight Dr. Doom. I'm Agatha. Agatha is kind of like, that's what they need to be doing. Like stuff where it's like, okay, cool.
That is the thing, though.
Never gonna be
in those pre-Disney Plus phases. If a hero was in a movie, they were in an Avengers movie too. Now it's like, is Matt Murdock ever really gonna be in Secret Wars?
Pisses me the fuck off. That it's like, why do we do it with Daredevil? Why didn't we do it with, I don't know. Why isn't it like Riri Williams Born Again? Where it's like, okay, we have her on TV. She's the TV girl. Matt Murdock needs to be in the movies.
He needs a movie.
Like, be in the movies.
I got a feeling he will be. I think he does make a. I hope so. Has a couple of scenes.
Kingpin should be the mayor in Thunderbolts. Should be in all the movies. Like, shit, it's the King.
Right, you finished Daredevil Rocket?
Weapon? Yeah.
See, like, they don't establish the time continuity between Thunderbolts and Daredevil, but it's like that whole Kingpin blackout maybe kind of should have been acknowledged. It's like when Born Again takes place, we have no idea when it takes place between Brave New World and Thunderbolts. But
agreed.
Thunderbolts references Brave New World.
It's like they can't. Like, I think D'Onofrio has said, like, I can't be in the movies.
Exactly.
Murdoch was in the Spider-Man movie. What do you mean you can't be in the movie?
Yeah.
It's dumb. It's dumb because it comes with the rights of characters. So just because 3 characters are part of a show, each character has its own copyright, all that stuff. So the problem is D'Onofrio can portray Kingpin in every single TV series around. When it comes to the big screen, either they have to get the okay to whoever has the rights, or the movies he can't do that version. He's okay. It's like Spider-Man with Marvel. Marvel could do animated TV series shows of Spider-Man, but they cannot portray Spider-Man on the big screen.
But who
because they have the animation Spider-Man rights, they don't have the live action movie rights to
who would have the
That's what
rights
Sony.
to Kingpin?
What happened?
Who would have the rights to Kingpin? Like Disney owns
So many.
Fox.
But that's the thing is I don't know. Like like there was somebody put something like on Twitter somewhere is like Marvel owns these characters, Sony owns these characters, and Universal has these characters, and it's like a circle, you know, and like that's who's in what circle or whatever. Like so, at the end of the day, it's just how the language of the contracts or whatever. Where, like I said, Marvel owns they can do Spider-Man. But they have to have limited shows, and it has to be like X amount of has to be a half hour or less. That's why they have that animated, the one when he goes to high school or
That
college
shit
or
was a
whatever,
banger
that's
though.
on Disney Plus. Yeah,
My Friendly
one.
Neighborhood Spider-Man was a banger.
That one, no problem. Now, in order for them to have Spider-Man in their movies, they got to go through Sony. Sony's the only one that can legitimately put Spider-Man on the big screen, not Marvel. So they got to work something out. When it comes, if they want D'Onofrio to portray Kingpin in the movies, whoever has the rights to that character can do it. So in this world, Marvel has that character, has the rights, but only for the TV version of it.
That shit is so
not
weird.
the movie version of it.
I always thought there was like a 10-year thing. Like if you didn't use the character within 10 years, Marvel got the rights back. Like Hulk, like I think Universal still has the Incredible Hulk. That. But we're going on 20 years without a solo Hulk movie.
Yeah, it's word on the street from what I've like heard and watched people and all that. They're saying that it's getting pretty close that Hulk is probably good chance is going to revert back to Marvel.
It's about fucking time.
But yeah, what do we?
Oh, because aren't they going to do a Planet Hulk movie?
They've been talking about that shit for like 5 years.
But I think it's closer to happening than we think.
Yeah. Ruffalo's gonna be 60 by the time that shit comes out.
We've already done World War Hulk.
Nah, his son Scar is gonna take over.
Oh yeah.
That non-existent person.
But Bob, Sentry, The Void, what do we think?
Hot. So hot. Yeah.
Did you dye your hair?
Great, honestly.
Yeah.
I don't. Well, it's like that post-credit scene. It was just like he was just like eating Cheetos or whatever.
What other movie did that?
It was kind of implied that like he doesn't have his powers or whatever. It's like he's not. But it's like he's obviously going to be in Doomsday. But it's like, is he just going to be eating Cheetos? Like what? No. Like he's got to turn into the Sentry at some point. It's like what? I mean, how does he not just wash everybody? Just be like, oh.
I took it that he can Sentry. He just doesn't want to because he doesn't want the Void to take over.
That's exactly it. That's how I took it as well. He's trying to hide the Void within himself. He's trying to keep that down. That's why he doesn't want to become Sentry.
Give him a couple pills. Give him a couple antidepressants.
We need that 2012 Avengers. Like it's like now might be a good time to get depressed. That's my secret, Cap.
Yeah.
I'm all depressed.
Yeah.
He just turns into the Void and just this or whatever. My secret.
That shit was dope though. Like everybody like dealing with their own trauma and Bucky's like, bruh, like I've been doing this for 100 years.
People were talking about like, why didn't we see Bucky's room or whatever? And I was like, that joke was 800 times better than just. He was like, no, my life has been super happy or whatever. And it was like, yep, that's great.
Yeah.
I thought it was really cool. Like,
why did everybody want to, like, fans bitching and nitpicking? We didn't need to see everybody's room. It's implied that they had to get through their own shit to get to Yelena and Bob.
Yelena is like the main character. That's why you saw
yes,
like, little girl. The best scene in the movie to me was when she was talking to her dad and like was crying in the street.
I'm so alone.
Like, yeah, it's like
vulnerable.
All that, it was like the focus was that, and then you saw like when he like touched John Walker's hand, like something with him. You know, you didn't need everybody having a room. That's
it's like we know what Ghost has been through.
get the shtick. Ghost is not the main character here.
Yes.
She was dealing with in her movie that she was in.
Yeah.
I thought that all of that was just great, and then the ending, was like she was like trying to get to him and like jumping over the shit. And I was like, man, this is really good. They were like, let's hug it out, bitch. And
Yelena's flashbacks kind of mirroring those Age of Ultron flashbacks. That shit was dope.
Yeah. Yes. All of that was good. I got to the point where I was like, my only like glaring complaint was just like, even the movie version of Taskmaster that people hate just deserved better. I was like, honestly, owed that character a little better than that. Just because you wrote her in a way that fans didn't like. It's like, well, you can't Rise of Skywalker it. Just do it. Give her something. She looked cool too. She looked cool in all the every poster Taskmaster is in. They look like the coolest one on the poster, like sitting in the car, and it's like, whatever, waste. At it though, it was good, very good.
There's also a rumor that the new Fantastic Four aren't the ones in that ship in the post-credit scene.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on. They say it's like
the Four looks like it though.
Yeah, they say something that's like what did they like interdimensional ship or something like that, and they were like, "What the fuck is that?"
Yeah.
But it's like, yeah, what if it's like Michael Chiklis up there?
Jessica Alba.
Yeah, Miles Teller. Boy,
yes.
that trip, fantastic.
Yes.
Sorry, what? But also, like,
Michael B. Jordan's still hyping up Sinners when he's secretly filming Doomsday.
Yeah, but it's also like, I don't like the Fantastic Four about to fucking fight Galactus.
Mm-hmm.
Galactus, and it's like, okay, but Doctor Doom. And it's like, fuck you, Galactus. Like, that's bigger to me. I don't know.
I think that world is toast. Like Reed is
100%.
Reed is not confident talking about we will protect you. Like that world gets eaten, and that's why they're on the way to the 616.
I agree.
Final Destination played, and I don't know, but like when I was watching, there's like an air of this like uncertainty, sort of like, because they just like, will you save us or whatever? And he's like, we don't know.
I don't know.
We'll protect you, and it's like, hey, the footage is, I'm like, something's like.
That chalkboard from the initial trailer, that's him trying to find a way out of that world.
Mm-hmm. Or to like go back and like stop it or something like game or something like that. Like, but I was like, there's like an air in the trailer of like, yeah, this world is toast. But when and how and what, is the whole movie them leading up to a big climax with Galactus. But then it's also like, why isn't it Avengers Galactus Day? Because it's like, they can't just put him aside. They're like, oh, fuck, hold on. We got to go fight Doctor Doom. It's like they already made a Fantastic Four movie where they did the opposite. Even though Galactus was stupid in that movie, he was still big, rightfully so. He was the big antagonist. And then it was like Doctor Doom is terrorizing this military compound. And it's like, we have so many bigger problems right now in space.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas I'm like, what are they going to do with Galactus in this film that makes them stop and be like, we have to go join all these people we don't know to Robert Downey Jr. You're going to have to wait. Eat this planet for like 3 hours, and then we'll get back to you. Unless they kill Galactus.
No.
Galactus wins the adventure.
No.
I'll group hug with Galactus at the end and say, hey, you're so alone. So alone. You don't need to be alone. You are just hungry.
So do we think we get like a debate, the new Sam Wilson Avengers and the Avengers with a Z, or is it just like, oh shit, Doom's here, we're all Avengers now, so fuck the spelling?
Kind of like fun little thing with Sam and Bucky. Because it is fun. It's like, it's nice to see them as like best buddies, but it's like, I want them to argue all day. Them arguing is the best thing. Because they aren't like
It's not.
buddies. Like, they're buddies because of Steve.
Yeah.
And that's why like the show was great, because it's like they are like, it's like there's trust. It's like Hobbs and it's like, no, I fucking hate this guy, but I trust him. And it's like, that's like, it's like, yeah, they trust each other. It's like ride or die, but it's also just like, we're only friends because of our love for Steve, and Steve saw the best in us. So it's like, I need them to argue.
Yeah.
Like, why would either of you be able to lead the Avengers? And then they're going to come together like, you know what? This is so us. This is so us. This is why Steve loved us. Would have voted for Bucky Barnes.
Right.
And what fucking role of Congress he's in? Who is voting for
a brainwashed
Winter
assassin?
Soldier? Yeah. Like,
Also,
there's no that. Even me, Bucky is like my top 10 MCU character, but I love Bucky. I'm like, who the fuck? It's like, yeah, I served in the Infinity. Okay. We all did, basically. Like, we all got snapped. Who is voting for that? It's like, I was highly susceptible to brainwashing, but trust me,
I know politics.
Oh shit!
Does Geraldine Viswanathan end up as a hero?
People saying she's a Songbird.
Yeah, I know who that is.
Passed on that role. It's kind of interesting that people passed.
I think she was cast, but I think that she got busy with the bear or something.
Steven Yeun was cast as Bob.
That would have been amazing.
Would have been great. People are like, I don't know if I see it. It's like, I see it.
After you've seen Mickey 17, yeah.
I see it without, it's not even, it's like, yeah, he would have been Bob. He would have walked out and been like, eh. And then, yeah, he would have been cool as Sentry. He'd have been fine. I don't know if I'd necessarily see him with like the long blonde hair, but yeah, he'd have been great. It would have been fine. But he dropped out to do, I don't know, Invincible or something.
Probably.
Something not as good.
Yeah. Invincible goes kind of hard.
I've fallen off Invincible 3 different times, so I think I'm going to give up on Invincible. Maybe one.
I've yet to watch it.
Maybe one day.
Invincible goes kind of hard.
It's another one to me. Like, I'm like, we have The Boys. We have the Marvel Cinematic Universe. We have the Marvel shows. We have what they are doing. And I'm just like, there's The Boys. And I'm like, we have the Harley Quinn show, which I'm still like falling off of.
Yeah, that's the one I can't keep up with.
It's been on for so long that I'm like, every now and then I'll be like, what can I watch? Oh, yeah. And I'll go back and like watch one. But I'm like, we have all those. I don't know. It happened with like that Superman show.
Oh,
like, I didn't care about like the Batman show on Prime. I watched like 2 episodes and I was like, I don't care. But it's just another one.
They're all good.
I'm sure they are, but I'm like, it's just another one. I wasn't going to watch the Spider-Man show. And then like the actor said some like stupid shit. I was like, fuck. And then I ended up watching it. I was like, I'll watch it down the line. And I ended up watching it pretty quickly. It was.
Also, remember, we got Gen X too.
Gen V, sir.
When I say Gen X, Gen V, that's what I mean. Yeah, Gen V. And is that even going to get a second season?
Yes.
It's apparently one. I think they had to like rewrite.
Yeah, they filmed it because one of the actors passed away.
Yep, passed away.
And they were talking about not recasting.
That show was good. I went and saw
Gen V was really good.
In the theater. I got invited to one of those Prime things. And like I saw that in a theater with like a full packed house. And I was here. It was completely full, sold out.
It's come to my attention that we have 6 minutes.
6 minutes.
Yeah, we rambled for an hour and a half.
That's good. That's what we do.
And barely touched upon Thunderbolts.
Talk about Thunderbolts.
We did talk about Thunderbolts.
Dude, I mean, it was great. It was a great movie. It was really good. Just very good. Most
Yes.
MCU movies are good to me, though.
Yeah.
Like, I read Black Widow, and, like, that shit's good. I don't know when it was decided that was, like, bad.
People complain about its time of release and act like it's a bad movie.
It should have released in correct timeline order.
I agree. Also, I think
I don't care about that.
when it came with Black Widow, if they would have dropped that before Endgame,
It would have hit
would have
harder.
been. It would, yes, because at the end of the day, is they dropped it after the fact. You already know she's dead.
The only thing that had any bearing on it was, like, the post-credit scene.
Yeah, that's
No.
pretty much it.
Could have tacked that on the end of Endgame or at the end of an episode of Hawkeye, something where it was still would have been like good, but it was like the movie should have come out like before Infinity War or something.
Oh, I agree. I agree 100%. But that's what I'm saying is, like, I agree with you. It should have came out before Infinity War. But even if it would have dropped after Infinity War, her character was still alive before Endgame. It would have been different because, all right, they should have dropped that movie years prior to any of that shit. But at the end of the day, is, you know,
Lena in Endgame, something I don't know. I would have history, but it's a good movie.
Yes.
A good movie. Like, I rewatched. I was like, man, this rocks.
Yeah.
To me, it's not like God tier MCU, like something, but very good. I think Fantastic Four is going to be very good, if not
Yes.
like.
Mhm.
I thought Brave New World was fine. I'm like even like lower tier movies.
I really
I'm like,
liked Brave New World.
like good. It's fine. I would have seen Thunderbolts a second time. I just like ran out of time.
Still can.
I know, but I'm like, at this
Go
point,
today.
I'm probably gonna watch them all before Doomsday. Spoiler.
Yeah, I'll watch everything since Black Widow before Doomsday.
I'm probably gonna watch everything before Doomsday.
I want to, like, X-Men movies included and all that shit, like, go really extreme, but I won't.
Secret Wars is gonna come out, and then I'm like, do I do it again
Yeah.
with like fire and all that? Am I a crazy person?
Yes.
Yeah.
But hit us in the comments. Let us know what you thought about Thunderbolts, the trailers we talked about. What are you hyped for? Next week, not 2 weeks, next week, have your cards. Rocket.
I'm here.
Got him.
Bet.
Let's do it
Eric,
right now.
without any heads up, will probably bail on us again. But hit us up.
I gotta go.
It's regulating. I'll be back. Put a wrap on this one. Peace. Yo, y'all scared to die hard when you fly hard. You know how the story goes. When you get to where you going, just make fists with your toes. Lab coated up cause I'm scientific with these flows. Glued to the devices, flushing out the savings despite extreme prices. Being broke as fuck must be that midlife crisis. Real life, not Insta. When I weed out the fakes, you can find me strutting like Penta. Survivor of the cancer, leave them lost for answers. Need time with a big booty dancer, I am so Indiana. I'm not acknowledging you simpletons and middlemen. They can't wrap their mind around the rhymes that Randy Little spin. Thinking 100 of you losers can make it out of Gorilla Den. It's time to play the game when that flow starts spitting. Bars hitting like a sledgehammer when I pedigree the competition. Avoid the void, your boy's annoyed. Employed, deployed till the noise destroyed. Halliburton flow, yo, they doubted me cowardly. Then I start soul snatching. Let my fans type out the whole caption. Action. And chill until the next episode.